Hi, Shelly.
Good morning, Viola.
Well, here we are, our first little interview. And this is Shelly from Muscle Check. And Shelly is going to talk to us about her amazing product. And well, let's go with that, Shelly.
It is an amazing product. It really is. The science behind it was discovered as we went along to develop it. We actually were very hands-on with our product when we were beginning to formulate it, or I was the formula creator and working with chemists at international laboratories. It was a step-by-step process of trial and error. We went out and we actually put it on to athletes. We traveled with a lot of athletes for about 2.5 years with our product, doing trial and error applications. What we discovered is we needed something extremely powerful. We wanted it 100% natural, and we wanted it to work very quickly, because that's what's on the market right now, is products that are powerful and work quickly, but not natural, not 100% natural. And so we worked with athletes, because athletes are really turning towards natural very quickly. A lot of times they do have to be seen by the team doctor, but as soon as they can, they want to go natural. In fact, many of them are going natural right away after an injury and continuing that process.
Yes, natural, well, at least in my opinion, natural is always best, because nature is a miracle in its own, and it's designed to heal, right? So why not use the healing property, the natural healing properties of nature?
Yes, exactly. If we go back and look at the natural products, they came first. And what happened was, you will see, especially my chemists in international laboratories, they have nicknames for a lot of products or a lot of ingredients in my product. For instance, extra virgin olive oil is nature's ibuprofen. It came first, extra virgin olive oil. Ibuprofen came after, when big pharma's actually decided that it was, oh, we could maybe change this, give it a longer, put some chemicals in it for longer shelf life and make it cheaper and not as good. And so we went back to the old traditional, I'd like to say grassroots. We really started with grassroots ingredients. For instance, beeswax. Beeswax is used in our product because it's known as nature's antibiotic or nature's amoxil. We also get all kinds of benefits from beeswax that show up in our product. For instance, preservatives. It's nature's natural preservative. So we don't have to add preservatives to our product, because beeswax does the job for us. It acts as a vapor variant and helps push the anti-inflammatory oils that we put in to the product deeper into the body. And that helps. The longer and more we can push it into the body, it will penetrate into the bloodstream and boost the body's natural anti-inflammatories. So it's kind of like taking a whole bunch of plants and eating them. We find that a few things is people don't want to eat those oils. And second of all, taking that amount is really, orally is really going to not be something you want to do often.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
Your product is a topical ointment, right? So it just
yes.
yeah,
Yes. I like to formulate with topical ointments and beeswax simply because we're bypassing the digestive system. And in a lot of people who are showing lots of inflammation, which is arthritic conditions, injury conditions, what happens is if you take it through the digestive system, a lot of times that digestive system isn't how can I say this, synthesizing or taking the product in. It actually will go through you, or it won't be digested properly. So topical is what I've chose to get it into your body. We can target the areas as well. We you know what, we really have a product that has shown wonderful results.
I know that you mentioned to me that some people have preconceived ideas that because it's natural, it's not strong enough. But I also know that some athletes are using it and they stand by it. So you want to elaborate on this not strong enough, maybe false narrative?
Right. Well, exactly. You know what? We knew, or I knew, that we had to have it strong. We were competing when I traveled with sports teams. We were competing with the team doctors who were giving chemically laced, painkillers. And we were going, okay, so the athlete still wants that. They want the painkiller because their job is to get into the game. But what we needed to do was make sure that a natural product was as strong as what the doctor, in order to convince these athletes, because really in the eye of an athlete is they want to get back into the game. Number one, they want to get back into the game, but we also know now that they want to actually get into the game and be healthier. And so the natural product lines up. So what we did for our painkillers, and in natural medicine, a lot of the painkillers are pepperminty or mints that go into your body and they hit nerve endings and they tingle you and give you a different sensation than pain. So you feel tingling instead of pain. What we wanted to do was use something extremely strong and have it quick, have it happen, the pain relief happen quickly. And so what we did was we went and we chose, or I chose, after trying lots of products, is we went into the Japanese mint plants and we went into the crystal or into the stem and got the crystals. The crystals are very powerful. Combined with the beeswax pushing it in, we can actually hit those nerve endings and dull pain within 2.5 to 3 minutes, thus getting our athletes back in on the field. Yes. Our athletes have really started to come on board as the word gets out that this is such a powerful painkiller. And so we're very proud to have these athletes on, and they're high caliber athletes for sure.
That's that's really cool and reassuring that that it has the strength that they need. And I also I know that your product Muscle Check is Health Canada approved, and it's to me it's important to have that in any product that I use for myself, and I'm sure it is important for other people, but I didn't know, and I bet that many people don't know, that it's not an easy thing to get an approval like that. So can you elaborate on that?
Yes. So basically, the product, every ingredient has to be double certified. So we're not just bringing in inferior ingredients. We have to bring in quality ingredients in order to get our NPN licensing. So that's one of the things is the quality. We have pure natural Alberta beeswax, and it is tested a couple of times before it comes into our lab. And so there's certification of each individual product. There's certifications in the lab. The lab that's producing it has unbelievable Canadian health standards to meet. And once they formulate my product, what happens is we then need a second independent lab to come in, or well, we actually send it up to Edmonton. And what we do is it's certified again. Then what happens is there's also a certification of every word that we put on our label has to be substantiated and confirmed. So we can't just say healing, we can't, unless we have proof behind what we say. And so that's regulated. Actually, size of label, size of writing on the label is all certified too. Canada has a very, very, I guess, invested program in our natural health products. It's one of the only countries that does have this much requirement to put one out. So getting your NPN number, it just tells you that what is in the product is certified, it is healthy. I'm going to have to say this, but you know what? I would not use a product that is an NPN certified. It is unbelievable what is in products nowadays. And what I'm going to have to say, what we're getting in from other countries.
Yeah,
Trust
for
me.
sure. Yeah,
Trust me,
is.
we have no way of knowing.
So many
what's
horror
in there.
stories
Oh,
with products like that. For sure, that's why I'm
yeah.
looking for that Health Canada approval, the NPN number.
Yes,
when,
yes.
When I'm using anything natural, because yes, it might be a few dollars cheaper, but is your health worth it, right? It's just.
Well, you know what, if you're paying for a natural health product, you know, it's sort of like sitting at your dinner table and going, geez, do we want to eat this, you know, this possibly hamburger, or do we want to be assured that it is healthy, certified hamburger? And it's the same idea. Health products are, natural health products are food, and we have to think of it as, what are we putting into our bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to say about your Muscle Check products? Oh, just one more what
Yes,
to my mind.
Go for it.
And I know that who is using it, and I know, like, yeah, maybe a little bit about who is using it right now.
Okay, so we actually have 4 categories that we market and that use it. And so we have a very large following of seniors with arthritis, or it doesn't even have to be a senior. We're seeing arthritis at younger and younger ages now. It used to be definitely a senior, I guess, ailment, but now we're seeing it very, very young. So we see that type of personal use for arthritis and inflamed injuries in the general public. But we are certainly getting a lot of professional athletes using it. We have one of our big supporters is Kamar Jordan, who from the Calgary Stampeders. He had a horrific potentially career-ending injury in 2019, and it was said that he would never come back. And he worked his way back. Of course, we do work with doctors, and they, you know, he had to stabilize the injury with doctors. But as soon as he could, he went to the natural, to Muscle Check. So we have ultra marathon runners, and marathon runners, they really like our product because it's so instant. When you're on the trail and you're hurting, there's actually an organization or an association of ultra marathon runners that have proof that you know, when you're on day 3 and day 4 of ultra marathon running, you're so close to that finish line that you don't want to give up. So they're popping, you know, Tylenol, and all kinds of painkillers that are chemically laced. And so that has been banned. So they are turning to the natural, and Muscle Check is right on the forefront of that. So we have lots of following with that. We have lots of doctors and chiropractors and professional wellness people that are definitely seeing the benefits of going natural. And but it has to be powerful natural. We put a lot of, I'm just going to speak for a minute on creams and why we chose. Creams and gels are water-based. So what you need to do is put preservatives in them. So preservatives are chemical. So we did try that, and it's cheaper to do that, but we weren't satisfied with putting chemicals in there for preservatives, and also the penetration. In our studies, the gels and creams in game conditions went in for about 20 to 30 minutes. They absorbed into the body, and because it's water-based, as it became body temperature, it started to come out in the pores, and you could swab and it was on the skin. So what happened is we brought it in and we put it into beeswax. Beeswax, we can take out the preservatives, and then we can also end up with 5 to 6 hours in game conditions of it penetrating and pushing those anti-inflammatories into the body.
That is such a good explanation. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Well, you know what, we always, there's so many gels and creams out there, and we're always going, but really, were the studies done to say, to show you that it is not absorbing as deep as an ointment. Ointments aren't my favorite thing or lots of people's to put on their skin. However, it's very, very effective.
Yeah, especially when you are in pain, you want something effective, right? I would.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, and just in conclusion, what I would really like to say about Muscle Check is how clean and pure it is. It's the ingredients. For instance, I had a person who he distributes to many stores, and what he had wanted was to take Muscle Check and put it into to change some of the ingredients quality, meaning we could get beeswax from other countries. And you know what? We didn't do it. We said no, even though we could make more money on it, and actually a lot more money by getting inferior ingredients. We have stayed true, and that's really, we're very proud of that. It's a tough haul to do that, because that's one of the things that is pretty across the board in natural health products, is they will get a start in the industry, and then all of a sudden they're starting to switch out the ingredients so they can make more money. We will not do that. My company will never do that. We love this formula, and we're really pleased to be able to present it to the public in this form.
That sounds good, and that's really reassuring. Well, thank you so much, Shelly.
Well, you're welcome.
This was really informative, and we'll talk soon.